From the future to the present, snap back to reality. Time to get back to the highlights from tonight's playoff action, where the TVC Ohio was well represented. So it's also time for some double trouble. Billy Hartman, you have that Athens Granville game coming up. I'm going to put you on ice for a little bit because, Patrick, you were on the road with Nelsonville-York.
Yeah, Nathan, tonight the Buckeyes made their first postseason appearance in 4 years. Now, unfortunately for them, it was in 2010 that the Lucasville Valley Indians last lost a home game. Now, streaks, they are meant to be broken, and there was a full moon in the air tonight, and the Buckeyes, they were looking to play spoiler. Now, the Indians, they got going early on as Brian Rolfe is looking to find his man, and he goes and finds Bryce Romanello over the middle for a 31-yard gain. But later in the possession, on a 4th and 5, the Buckeyes defense, they're able to hold as they stuff Rolfe and get the ball back. But the theme of the night, NY could not capitalize on the turnover, as on their next drive, Hunter Edwards goes deep but is picked off by Rolfe. Now, still scoreless in the second quarter, Alex Loop, he's going to take the ball up the middle, bounce it outside, make a few men miss, and break off a 28-yard gain, but that drive would stall. Now begins an interesting set of plays. Edwards is going to get called for an intentional grounding call, losing 22 yards and fumbles 2 plays later. So 2nd and goal on the 5 for Lucasville Valley, and a bad snap forces them into a 32-yard field goal, which another bad snap, and that is a big bullet dodge there for the Buckeyes. Now, Nelsonville-York, they're trying to score before the end of the half, but Edwards, he's going to take the quarterback keeper, take it to the sideline for a 24-yard gain. But it was 0-0 at the half. Now, Valley coach Scott Rolfe, he was trying to get his guys to turn it around in the second half, and they would, as they end up pulling off the victory, 14-6, ending Nelsonville-York's season.
So no points in that first half, Patrick. Other than the fact that there was scoring in the second half, what changed?
Well, the Indians came right out of the third quarter and scored on their first possession. They led 14-6 for most of the fourth quarter, but 5 total turnovers for Hunter Edwards and the Buckeyes really hindered them from scoring and tying the game late.
Now, when we talked to Lucasville Valley's coach earlier this week, he said that he wanted his team to key on stopping the run and the deep ball as well. Did his team succeed tonight?
Well, they allowed Alex Mount to rush for 103 yards in this one, and but they never gave away the big play, but they limited Jeremy Warren to only 2 catches on the night, add in the fact that they only gave up 6 points, and yeah, I would say that their defense played pretty great tonight.
Patrick, a good win for Lucasville Valley, an interesting end of the year for Nelsonville-York. Hopefully they'll be back and powerful as ever next year. Now, Billy, you had that game in the Plains, Athens versus Granville. What was that matchup like?
Well, Nathan, it was a cold and frigid night in Athens, but the cold temperatures did not even faze the Bulldogs, who came in red hot against the Granville Blue Aces in their opening playoff game. It was a full moon out tonight, which means good luck, but only one of these teams could have that luck. 5 plays into the game, Joe Burrow pitches it right to Trey Williams, who takes it down the right sideline for 15 yards before getting knocked out of bounds by Patrick Ullman. 2 plays later, Burrow dropping back, looking towards the end zone, and finds Ryan Limerick for a 16-yard touchdown. PAT block, 6-0 Athens. Now it's Blue Aces' turn. Jet Nye taking the ball up the gut and breaking tackles for a 14-yard gain and a first down. Nye, he gets the call, taking it right up the gut again, and boom, fumble, picked up by Dakota McPhee, Athens ball. Now, how good is Joe Burrow? Well, he's this good. He's dropping back, and is he sacked? Nope. He escapes the sack, scrambles right, and what do you know? He turns that almost lost it to a 14-yard gain. Unreal. Now, Burrow, he's pitching it to Trey Williams again, who dives forward. Big hit. Don't worry, Athens fans, he's just fine. He decides to do this. Trey Williams decides to punch it in right here. Touchdown Athens, 2-point conversion good. 14-0 Athens, 6:57 left in the first. Some sign of hope for the Blue Aces as Williams gets the ball swiped from behind. Fumbling football, Thaddeus Winston picking it up. The Blue Aces have great field position, but nothing would come of that. So Burrow on 1st and goal hands it off to Williams, who takes it right, cuts back left, and gets the touchdown, taking the defenders with him. Don't blink, everyone, because here's Williams again. This time from 19 yards out, untouched. He had 4 touchdowns in the first half alone. 45-14 Athens at the half, and the final was the Athens Bulldogs 65, the Granville Blue Aces 14.
A big night for Burrow and the Bulldogs, per the normal for them. For Joe Burrow, his passing stats, they were big, but a little bit deceiving too.
Well, 244 yards in the first 20 minutes of play is extremely impressive, but many of his passes were screens and slants. Burrow, he didn't attempt a deep ball in the entire first half. His receivers played phenomenal tonight, gaining a ton of yards after the completions. Bro, he ran the ball more than threw the ball in the first half too, Nathan.
It's scary to think about what might happen if he decides to go deep next week. Now, Billy, is there anything that Athens can work on? Because their offense has looked really explosive.
Well, clearly the green and gold, they ran away with this one tonight, but they did show a few signs of weaknesses trying to stop that run. So if they want to make that deep playoff push, they need to stop that run.
So, thank you, Billy, for that recap of the Athens game. They win. Nelsonville-York, unfortunately, their season comes to an end. It's easy to lose yourself in the TVC Ohio, guys. Great work tonight.